Welcome back to the Big Ten tournament. I'm back with Dronis. 4 seed of UCLA takes on 5 seed of Maryland. UCLA won the regular season meeting between these two teams, but the playoffs are an all-new game. Maryland looking to go back to the Big Ten semifinal.
Yeah, and as I've been saying all stream long, I've been really excited to see this matchup. Obviously, 4-5 on paper. It's the closest matchup you kind of got in terms of seeding. But I'm more interested to see what UCLA have in store. I mean, honestly, what both these teams have in store. I mean, you look at from conference play last season to conference play this season, these two teams have had some huge shifts. First of all, Maryland, obviously, they're still in the top third of teams here in the Big Ten. Last season, though, they went 8-0 in conference play. This season, they finished 5-3. UCLA, on the other hand, they finished 1-7 in conference play. They were 15th out of 16th in Big Ten conference play. This season, they finished 6-2, and what a turnaround it has been.
Big turnaround. And we talked a lot about last night about turnarounds for a lot of programs this season, and CCS, UCLA being one of those, what we briefly discussed. But 1-7 to 6-2 is no slouch in Big Ten play.
Yeah, it's not absolutely. I mean, 6-2 quite literally tied. You know, in terms of series record, it tied them with third with Illinois. Illinois also finished 6-2 after conference play. Those being the only 6-2 teams we had. Michigan State 7-1, Purdue 8-0. But UCLA, it's been an incredible turnaround for this team. I'm really intrigued to see what they have. Obviously, as you mentioned, they were able to take down Maryland in their regular season meeting. That really shocked me. I mean, I know UCLA had a slightly easier schedule. I mean, I think their toughest opponent was Michigan State. But their only two losses were to MSU and Ohio State. They got, I think their biggest win easily was Maryland. They also took down Penn State. Other than that, everyone was kind of in that bottom half.
Yeah, again, UCLA back in the Big Ten tournament a second time now in the last 3 seasons. I think they missed it last season. They did play as a 7th seed and played Purdue in the first round in its inception to the CCS in season 3. They were dropped in 4 games to the Boilermakers, who later went on to lose to that historic series to Nebraska. But again, now UCLA back in the tournament as a favorable seed this time. It looks like the players are all here, so let's go ahead and get down to the field.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't want to wait any longer. As soon as UCLA joined in Maryland, we're waiting in the lobby. They want to get the show on the road. So game number 1, UCLA, Maryland, 4 seed versus 5 seed in the Big Ten Conference Tournament. We're underway.
Game 1 underway here to close out our night. Dronis in Illinois, Oregon later on this week, but the Big Ten has seen a lot of action tonight. 3rd game now, straight out of this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to see all the matches kind of in one night. I mean, seeing it all kind of develop so quickly and seeing in real time how this bracket is kind of figuring itself out. It's really intriguing to see. Obviously, didn't get Illinois and Oregon tonight, but imagine we got all 4 quarterfinals in one night.
Kind of crazy. And keep in mind, Maryland has a sub in tonight. Boog, a substitute for the Terrapins.
Yeah, we'll see how it treats the Terps in this one. Obviously, you know, in the conference tournament, single elimination. So even if you have a player gone, you still got to be on your best to try and stay in that conference tourney.
That you do, and UCLA gonna strike first in game 1. 4:07 to go. The Bruins 1-0.
Yeah, Infernal took it through the midfield, put it low, and Brem was already up. He jumped as third and pushed way up the field and ended up being the perfect play that UCLA needed. I'm intrigued to see if we see more kind of all-in attacks like that one, because if there was a defender back, all 3 players would have been way upfield. Could have been a nice counter for the Terps, but it's the Bruins who are on the board first.
Well, we're going to look for a player like Hexy to go big for the Terps tonight, as he's been their star player in CCS, and he's done a lot of incredible things in his short CCS career, Jonas. So when you look at Maryland to advance in these types of brackets and postseason play, it starts with Hexy, and that shot just a little high. Rebound for Boog, won't go. UCLA will cover.
Yeah, already just a swift turnaround. We're seeing UCLA don't like to stay on their side for too long. Really like to escape, get back on the offense. Turtle has a look here. He's bumped off by Brem Boog, trying to get to that sidewall cleanly. Is dunked. Is this just falling on target? No, it's going to be off the post and away.
3:17 to go. Brem down to the midfield here in the red corner. 3:10, and this clock favors UCLA. Jonas, Maryland have had a little bit of a rough start to their offensive scheme that they tried to create tonight.
Yeah, only one shot in the first 2 minutes. We need to start seeing those numbers improve. Turtle gonna have a second one here. No one's gonna be high. The clear is made. Infernal will sweep it into the corner. Turtle collecting the ball up high, trying to work his way with an air. Ends up falling short. Hexy ships it straight up. Now will take flight himself. Trying to turn one in. Flip reset. It's good. Hexy turns in the equalizer.
And who but Hexy? It's the player we're looking for. 2:38, and Maryland find goal one from their starting star, Hexy, on the Terps roster.
I mean, just a good chip in the midfield. I don't think anyone from UCLA was kind of expecting him to go again, and he just took flight again, went right back up to it, and was able to turn in the first for the Terps. Now, score goes 1-1. We'll see if the Bruins are going to try and shut down a little bit more of that space. Hexy trying to take control again. Brem goes right over this one. Turtle going to need to stop off the back wall. He'll control it well. Back out to the midfield.
2:17 to go. Hexy back to the left side of the field. Here he is met and turned away by Brem. The Bruins still crashing the boards in the Maryland side. 2-minute warning here, Jonas. What do you like in the first 3 minutes?
I mean, I like that UCLA, I mean, truthfully, I think this is my first time really seeing them, and especially against a team like Maryland. For me, it still feels like a test. Obviously, they won in the regular season. They proved it. But this is my first time really seeing them compete at this level. And honestly, I'm loving to see that they're keeping up well. And they do seem to be leading the majority of the pace. I think they just got to keep that pressure up, as that one just wide from Infernal. Turtle will play it out to Boog. But it looks to be a highly competitive match thus far.
1:30 to go. Infield, Hexy shot delivered. It's good. Off the own goal. 1:26, Maryland in front.
Yeah, I mean, Brem just into the corner. Turtle immediately dumps it right side off to Hexy. Brem tried his best to keep it out, but couldn't quite get behind it in time. Hexy has got two, and Maryland are out in front.
Maryland up by one here in the first round. Game one of the Big Ten Conference Tournament, and AQ in the line for the winner of this conference tournament. But again, Purdue still alive in this bracket, and Michigan State still having to wait on the winner, and it's going to be an intense bracket. The winner of this will play Purdue next week, so it's still a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's really just not going to be easy for either of these two teams. I mean, when you have, when you know the win is going to be tough in itself, and then just knowing you have to play a even better team next series, it doesn't make it any easier. But Infernal turning one in well here, splitting through the defense, tying it right back up for the Bruins.
52 seconds to play. 2-2 as UCLA evens things up, and just under a minute to go. The Bruins can take this game away now, but with a run.
Yeah, they can indeed. 45 seconds. I mean, it's anyone's to go with here. Brem sneaks through the defense. Just kind of falling apart here. For Maryland, 2 goals back-to-back. Hexy dove in for the 50, got beat, and Turtle turned the wrong way. He turned upfield instead of back towards the net and allowed Brem to secure goal number 3.
43 seconds. The Bruins from down 1 to up 1. We'll see if Maryland can find their way back to level.
Yeah, UCLA, they're just going to try and play this smart, but, well, I don't know what to say there, Nation.
Well, Hexy's got a hat trick from the backfield there, just right over Infernal.
Yeah, he had low boost, but he wasn't quite expecting the power on that shot from throughout the midfield. It just went right over his head, and Maryland respond quickly. It's tied up 3-3. We'll see if UCLA are going to be able to get it back, or if Maryland going to be able to use that freebie as a chance to really stack on a little bit of momentum and try and add on a 4th within regulation.
Hexy over 2, 15 to go. Turtle on target. Can he find the dunk? He will, but it's a little high. Rebound for Boog. Also turned away. 10 to go. Maybe one more chance. Hexy, 40 boost, is broken away by Brem. This ball, Darwin off the kill. One final effort.
Good 50 from Turtle. Infernal maybe just looking to set it down. And can Hexy keep it alive? He can. Gets one. The flick is there, but no, it's off the post. It drops just short. We have another game one overtime. I believe that's our second of the night.
It is. We had game one overtime earlier on in the night. And that first series with Penn State and Purdue, it went almost 4 minutes. So we'll see how long tonight's one goes.
Will indeed. Boog, big shot already. Brem place it well into the corner. Darwin has it with lots of boost, loses his flip though, still puts it middle. Teammate did leave him out to dry there, wins a good 50, open for a moment, Darwin gets it over another, will be cleared away by the Terps. Brem one-touch Turtle, chance to get back on offense. Hexy will try and take control, but he's eliminated at the midfield. Double demo, Turtle's the last player alive, and he will find the save. Darwin trying to drop it down to Infernal, he won't be able to find his shot.
Hexy from the backfield has been efficient from the backfield this series. Drop down, no one home. Infernal will find the first touch there. A little bit of a light touch from Turtle. Going to force it back. Hexy in trouble. Will find this save though the first minute off the clock of overtime right now. And UCLA crashing the boards pretty hard here in the extra period.
Indeed they are. I mean, they're putting a lot of pressure on the Terps. Maryland's got to be able to escape a little bit more. Boog will boom this downfield. Infernal catch off his own back while Boog times it up well. Might be an open shot here. Hexy is there. Crossbar double. Hexy has got all four for the Terps, and he gets on the win as well.
And Hexy starting it out strong in the game. 120, able to win it. Has all four Terps goals.
And he drops a straight K in points. 1,000 points on the dot for Hexy. 4 for 7 with all four saves as well. All the offense, all the defense. What can he do?
Nothing. This kid can't do. He said it all throughout his CCS career, and he's popped off at the highest levels and played in big-time series. Has 1,000 points here in game one of the first round.
Yeah, and that's just game one at that. UCLA kept it very close with the Terps. Obviously, a game one overtime is always a great look for, potentially the future of this series. We'll see if UCLA are going to be able to get it right back. Maryland looking to ride this wave of momentum, try and go up 2-0, find themselves an early match point.
If they could, which we've seen now happen twice tonight. Teams leading 2-0 and almost saw game 5 earlier with Penn State, but they went to a sub in Nitrous and things just kind of went south, so that one didn't pan out the way we thought it could. And then last game, Michigan State just had Rutgers beaten in every single department of that series.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one wasn't quite as close as we would have expected. The Spartans did get their revenge quite well, but Maryland, they're another team looking to get their revenge. UCLA had it over them in the regular season. I believe it was a 3-1 win for the Bruins. Now Maryland looking to get their revenge here in the conference tournament.
Game number 2 underway. Didn't change the map. Everyone spam L Nation in chat. 10 seconds, though, off the chat. The Terrapins lead the series 1-0.
They do indeed. They're going to be looking to pick up right where they left off. And UCLA, the biggest thing at this point, they need to find a way to shut down Hexy.
Right, I mean, he's got all 4 Terrapin goals, so I mean, it's you have to find a way to limit that best player, and Hexy has proven time and time again that he is a factor you have to watch out for. It took this Maryland roster a long time to get started this season. They had a couple of rough starts in non-conference, but still found some quality wins down the stretch of it, but then league play begun, and the Terrapins were right back to their form. And last season, they got to the round of 16 and took Drexel to 7, who was a runner-up.
Yeah, they did indeed. I mean, it was fun to watch this team in that national championship tournament. Obviously, we knew them versus Arizona in the second round was going to be a really fun matchup to watch. They did draw a tough team in Drexel, but they still competed, went toe-to-toe with the Dragons. I mean, this is a team who I was surprised to see them go 5-3 in conference play. I thought they maybe had another 8-0 season ahead of them, as Boog is going to break open the scoring tally here for the Terps. A bar down Boog.
Boog, he got the slide too, post goal. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, just showing it up for all the fans in Maryland. We'll go up 1-0 super sub in play for the Terps, and UCLA They need to turn things around. Turtle, big 50 there. Infernal, one touch out. Hexy plays it high. He's eyeing down a double. He's got low boost. Still drops it down. Turtle there to pick it up. No, it's saved by Infernal. Close range. Still got the job done.
3:20 to go. Hexy for a fifth of the night. It's good.
I mean, you got to give credit to Boog as well. In the pass, swept it away from Brem and delivered it off the ceiling to Hexy. He was ready for it. And Boog really stepping up his offensive output, and Hexy striking again as usual.
Hexy's fifth of the night. 4 in game 1, now a fifth one here. Brem and UCLA still unable to deal with pressure that Hexy can create by its lonesome.
He's got another air dribble here. Infernal doing a good job slowing it down. His defense has looked very solid for UCLA, but Maryland, their offense has just been unmatched so far in this series. Infernal demoed by Boog, opening up a lot of space. Turtle trying to get there first. Brem will speed up into the back wall. Darwin ends up going right by Infernal. His turn sends it into the corner. UCLA, they look like they're struggling to maintain possession here, Nation.
Oh no. Okay. That was almost tragedy on the Maryland goal line, but everything is okay. Hexy flip reset over the first defender, had no help behind him. Now Darwin in transition, flip reset for Darwin on target. Won't go. Turtle will cover halftime in game 2. Maryland still in front by 2.
They are indeed looking to make it 3. Infernal shuts one down. Boog takes flight. Hexy free jumping. Boog, he wants to do it himself, but he will. Big man Boog adds a third.
And the super sub having a series of his life here tonight. Jonas keeping Maryland in the fight. 3-0 goes to Terps in game 2.
I mean, he has been a part of every goal this game for Maryland. He's sitting atop the scoreboard for the Terps, and this is a great look for him and for Maryland as a whole. Hexy, he's going to pick up a save. Infernal really trying to speed up the offense and get something on the board for UCLA. They need it just to stop the momentum. We're going to get a handout. I think that was Turtle.
Was that no goal?
Yeah, it very much was. Him and Hexy were a little bit awkward, and yep, it was all Turtle.
Tragedy. Well, it felt like after earlier, that one is coming sooner rather than later. 2:03 to go. The lead still by 2.
Yeah, UCLA get a bit of a freebie there. They're going to be happy to take it, though, as they do get 1. Still need at least 2 more in these next 2 minutes. Maryland looking to make it probably a couple more. Turtle up to it, outsped by Brem. Infernal still lurking downfield. Can he get it middle in time? Yes, he can. Boog's in a tough spot. Darwin there dings off the post, and the clear will be made by Hexy.
Hexy over 1, gets the pass across, finds Boog, denied. Turtle now on the left wing here for Maryland. Goes high, has no boost to follow it up though. Now UCLA in a 90-second drill, need 2 down the final stretch.
And shout out as well to Mr. Bepic with the big raid after the State of the SEL podcast. Welcome, welcome. Conference tournaments underway in the Big Ten. Our final matchup of the night in Maryland. They are looking to advance, and boy, are they looking good doing it.
Bepic also had the Colleague Madness first 4 playing games of their tournament tomorrow and Wednesday, brought on by Colleague. But back to action here. If you missed earlier in the stream, Purdue knocked off Penn State 3-1, and Michigan State swept Rutgers to advance in the Big Ten tournament. Hexy went off in game 1, trying to do something similar here in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been the Boog game so far. He might have another assist. Hexy there, drops it down. No, got too much on it, sends it into the crossbar. Turtle skies it back up. Infernal, tough read, makes it well into the corner for the Bruins. Final 30 seconds here in regulation. UCLA need to rush for 2 more.
Waiters, I believe, is on vacation. It is spring break for the Terrapins, I believe. He is gone for this week's quarterfinal match, but they have proven to be that they are A-okay without him so far in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, they have indeed. As Darwin sends it high. Boog is there. Infernal trying to go back middle. Up it goes. Hexy escapes. Boog is on it. Sideball double inbound from Boog. Shut down by Darwin. Turtle will place it on the ground, and Maryland up 2-0 confidently in this series. They're looking to send UCLA home packing early.
Bepic, thank you for the raid, man. Shout out again to Mr. Bepic. But back to this game. I mean, Jonas, in this game alone, Maryland have dominated. Hexy now 1,300 points in this series combined between games 1 and 2. But, now he's gotten additional help in Game 2, which is an even scarier sound for UCLA to have to pull off reverse sweep with his teammates now online and Hexy not having to do all the work himself.
Yeah, I mean, again, Boog just really took over there. Hexy didn't have to do much. I mean, he still helped with the offensive output. He was still obviously present for this team, but we saw a lot of great takes. Even though Turtle did have his own goal, he was still there. He was still present. But this entire Maryland roster looking really solid. Even without Waiters, Boog, he's stepping up big.
To start things out here in Game 3. Back to UCLA, though. 30 seconds in. Flip reset for Infernal. Using it is quickly turned away by Turtle as Maryland still holding up. Will Brem off the backboard. Back in front. Turtle will cover again for the Terps defense. And this first minute has been all UCLA offense, but Maryland's defense has stepped up to the task.
They have indeed. Darwin lining up a double, drops it down. Hexy, a big save on the goal line, stops another one. Hexy, the defense stands tall. The clear will be made by Boog, and the Bruins just can't get through.
A big defensive stand. Boog, almost the first one there. Turtle rebound, no good. Maryland hold the line, and UCLA's defense actually able to hold off.
I mean, what a battle this Game 3 has been already. I mean, there's still lots of game to be played. Either of these teams can really take control, but it has been a dogfight early.
Oh my goodness, that was also another own goal there. 3.5 to go. These defenses, my goodness, what a performance in Game 3.
Yeah, Hexy having to 50 his own teammate there in Boog. Darwin doubles it across. It's played away. Hexy will boom it forward. Brem gets it out to the corner. Infernal there for the clear, just trying to find his way through the midfield. He does for a moment. Shot is just off target. Turtle getting bumped by Hexy. Maryland all over the place, and they still escape without conceding. Boog, flick opportunity, puts it away. It's big man Boog again.
2:59 Boog will find the first row. It's just after the 3-minute marker in game number 3, and the Terps had put on a stellar and dominant performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he was just able to somehow escape through the midfield after all the pressure, snuck through the midfield with possession, and was able just to turn in a nice flick on the other side. Hexy taking flight. Brem up to meet him. Hexy over to Turtle, into the backboard, double lined up, double drop down, but missing. The clear will be made by Infernal, but Maryland, I mean, they still just look the part here in game number 3. UCLA need to find some success.
Yeah, it's just been all Maryland, man. They're playing really good right now, and they are playing really well in a pivotal moment in the season when it comes time to getting close to the championships. You want to be playing at your best at this point in the year.
Yeah, they really are. Boog looking for another Darwin there to shut it down. 2 minutes and change left to go. And Maryland, I mean, again, winner of this one takes on Purdue, so it's not going to get any easier, and we'll see if, Maryland, they look set to take the victory here. They just need to hold on. UCLA can't count them out yet, but going against Purdue in the next round, it's going to get any easier for either of these two teams.
Apparently there's a no comms challenge going on for Maryland right now, and they are in front 1-0 by somehow, some way. I don't really know how they're playing no comms and still winning right now in a series that has had intense defense. This game where UCLA's offense has had a lot of key moments, but the Maryland defense, even without communicating, are playing at an all-time high, and Hexy has 500 points nearly in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, we're just seeing Hexy just slip and slide through, lurking around like a little slime ball. He turns one in, makes it 2-0 for Maryland. They're in control, and UCLA need to find something here late.
You actually said it. 1:28 to go. I figured you would at some point. I was waiting for you to do it.
That was for Tyler. That was for Tyler.
1:20 to go, and Maryland leading by 2. Just trying to put UCLA away and put this series on ice.
And right now, it's looking to be the case. Turtle escapes. It's a 3v no one as the ball rolls in the corner. Boog off the corner. Turtle's off ceiling. Can he deliver it to him? Yes, he could. Was a UCLA player there as Brem will pop it back out to the midfield. but Maryland, they already seem to be in their victory lap here, Nation.
48 seconds to go. Darwin up top, a double is good. 2-1. The Bruins within one.
Say you can't count them out. This is why Infernal off the ceiling plays at middle. Turtle a little bit too hesitant. Darwin took full advantage. Low boost doesn't matter. He knocks it down, and UCLA cut the lead in half with 46 seconds to go.
Just under a minute remaining. Off the kickoff, there's goal 3.
Oh, no. And that is just brutal. If you're a UCLA fan, you get one back, you get your first of the game, you think you might have it, and then a really hard cheat from Brem Hexy, just able to get it by Infernal off the kickoff, and Turtle there to roll in the third. Maryland up 3-1 with 43 seconds left to go. I mean, they're going to have to do a lot of work. Hexy looking for a fourth. Dunks it through. Infernal dropping straight down. Brem will have the clear. Hexy still there for another shot. Infernal picks up a big save off the crossbar. 30 seconds left. Maryland are not letting UCLA break free.
They're going to have to break free here. 20 to go. UCLA down by 2. They need something on this possession, Jordan. So they don't score here, it is game over.
And it might already look to be so. Hexy just sweeps it all the way through the midfield. Infernal out to the sidewall. Turtle maybe looking for one more. The clear will be made, and that'll be it. The Terrapins of Maryland sweep through UCLA. They advance to the Big Ten Conference Tournament semifinals to take on the 1 seed of Purdue.
Maryland able to advance past UCLA 3-0. Another sweep tonight. The Terrapins will take on Purdue for a spot in the Big Ten final.
I mean, it was a big sweep at that. Maryland really looking back to that former glory. And again, this is a team they finished kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of the conference tournament as the 5 seed, but they did not look it here tonight. They are looking to go on a run in this conference tournament, but the biggest hurdle is yet to come in Purdue.
That it is, and 3-0 your final score. Maryland will play Purdue. Early thoughts on that matchup next week, Jonas?
I mean, Purdue are still going to be the favorites, but if Maryland are able to bring this level back to the pitch against Purdue, they're going to have a very solid chance, and that is one you are not going to want to miss. The Terps have a chance to get that 5-1 upset. I think it's probably the best chance we're going to see of it in maybe any conference, despite probably the Big 12, now that I think about it over there. But, and this one, obviously, we know there's a lot of solid teams in the Big 10. You're going to want to watch that 5-1 matchup.
Now you are, and Maryland pull off the technical quote-unquote, see quotes because you guys can see my fingers, it's a tight camera. Maryland pulls the upset tonight, 5-4. They'll take on a 1 seed Purdue. Illinois also in Oregon will get Michigan State a 2 seed, could have 2 seed Michigan State take on 3 seed Illinois, or barring a miracle, 6 seeded Oregon. But it's been Nation of Jonas, and we should be live tomorrow around 10 Eastern if Jonas is down for North Carolina and Clemson in the ACC tournament quarterfinals. We'll see you guys tomorrow.